What's good YouTube, we are back with another Panilla Saga video, and today I'll be showing you what items I prioritize from events as a free to play and what you should be doing as a beginner and mid game. Before we go over exactly what I'm currently purchasing off the event shop, I'm going to break this down to two parts. We have early game and mid game. Now you're going to fall into one of the two categories depending on how far you are into the journey chapters, and depending on which category you classify as, the purchase priorities will change. Let's start with category 1, early game. Now if you just started the game or was between chapter 1 to chapter 13, your main priority will be to summon enough copies of your main team comp to evolve them to Epic Plus to Legend. There'll be new events every week, so if you just started midway through an event, don't worry, as a priority item to come to show you will help you decide on what items you can obtain with the event currency you was able to accumulate. Right, now if we take a look at this event as a beginner and a free to play, you even want to go for a top tier SSR unit, in this case would be Anastasia, or see if you can save up to the very last day so that you have enough for the character skin if this is the hero you'll use in your main team. Now this is a special case as we do have Anastasia in the selection, but in most cases you would try to go for another copy of a hero in your main team. Now if there isn't a hero that you need on the selection list, I'll then go for either the crystal or gold summon vouchers. In most cases, you will buy all the crystal vouchers first, as summoning for a faction specific will give you a high chance to pull for the SSR unit you are hunting for. You'll also be getting loads of further materials to evolve them down the line. But if for example the exchange summoning list has a hero that you are after, it may be better to stack up for the gold summon vouchers to guarantee for that summon when you exchange for the PT points. If you are at the point where you don't really need extra copies yet and the current heroes cannot level up any further due to a lack of resources, you may notice that you're heavily lacking on the Elven Stardust. It may be worth purchasing some Elven Stardust from the event shop just to push to that next upgrade cap. This will help you progress further into the story chapters. Now we've gone through what we should be buying, but what are the things you should avoid early game? If you are free to play and only want to optimize progression in the game, then you should definitely avoid any cosmetic items such as the limited avatars, borders and chat bubbles. I would also avoid purchasing any of the Abyss or Temple heroes due to the cost of event tokens it will require and the amounts of copies you'll need to make this hero even worth using in your main team. Instead, just focus on your faction specific heroes, as these will have more opportunities to upgrade faster through just playing the game. You should wait till the last day of the event if you are unsure whether you can get enough tokens to claim the heroes of your choice or the more expensive items. That way, you will be able to calculate the exact priority items you can afford. If you do have extra tokens, you can drop them on the gold or bond badges just to clear out your event tokens. Moving on to mid game. If you are anywhere above chapter 13, you most likely would have your main team fairly upgraded to Epic Plus or Legend. Now at this point, the main resource I saw myself lacking was the potential resources. My priorities I would go for in the event shop will be the prismatic gems and tome boxes. This way I was able to continue progressing my main hero stats through the potential skill tree. Sometimes there may also be prismatic crystals, which is the next upgrade material for leveling up the potential skill tree. I'll usually buy these out first instead. I'm currently also able to start hunting specific heroes now to build up my second main team. So I'll go for Anastasia in this event, and if there are any other heroes I will need. Same as before, I'll still avoid going for the Abyss or Temple heroes unless you're happy to patiently hold them over time and eventually they'll be upgraded enough to be used in your main team. But I think I'll start this once I build my current faction team, as I see better progression doing so. When you begin unlocking the special ops and command the war, you will need to start building at least 2 strong teams, so just bear that in mind. Sometimes you see gems in the event store as well. I usually always pick these out as they're usually only limited to 1 purchase. So that's my priority list for the event stores, but what are your priorities? Comment down below what they are and what chapter you're currently on. Be sure to like this video if you found anything here useful, and subscribe. Since you made it to the end, why not check out my last video on how to level up your dream town fast.